We can't build it. Insufficient gold. Insufficient gold. Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
I stand ready, waiting on you. Done. Fire. Fair enough. Point away, sing. All too easy. On your mark.
My precious, having reached your will, then guide I am the iron hand of justice.
Triot may not root.
Let me investigate.
Triot may not root.
Ashvalano. Justice shall be swift. Understood. Have you reached a verdict? I am the iron hand of justice. I can taste
I
their
stand
fear.
ready.
Ben thy delelun. Let the hunt begin.
I stand ready. On your mark.
I am the iron
Waiting
hand
on
of
you.
justice. Understood. Let me investigate. Ben thy delelun. I can taste their fear. Have you reached a verdict? Ashvalano. Have you reached a verdict? Ashvalano. Justice shall be swift. Let the hunt
Take
begin.
your time. Look around.
I stand ready.
Your
Let
building
me
is
investigate.
complete.
Hello.
Your building is complete.
Ben thy delelun. Let the hunt begin. I can taste their fear.
Point the way. Say no more.
I am the iron hand of justice.
All too easy. I stand ready. On your mark. Your move. Waiting on you. Fair enough. Done. I'll give it a shot. All too easy. Done. Fair enough.
Let me investigate.
Our warriors
Justice
have
shall be
engaged.
swift.
Upgrade
Let justice sit.
Away.
your building.
One shot.
Understood.
Point the way. Waiting on you.
Have you reached a verdict?
Your move.
I am the iron hand of justice. Understood. I can taste their fear. reached a verdict?
On your mark. Cry.
I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Then by the Lune.
The wing.
Let me
On your mark.
Let me investigate. Justice shall be swift. Let the hunt begin.
Research
Ben
finished.
thy Delelu. Understood. Have you reached a verdict?
Point the way.
Our sacred grove is being
Ashvalano.
desecrated.
I am the Iron Hand of Justice.
I stand
Ben
ready.
thy Delelu.
Time is short, mortal.
I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Have you reached a verdict? Let me investigate. Have you reached a verdict? Let the hunt begin. Ashvalano.
I will not be trifled.
Let me investigate. Ben thy Delelu. Justice shall be
Is
swift.
it time? Our will shall be done.
We can't build there.
I am the Iron Hand of
Trifled
Justice.
with. Is it time? Yes.
Have you reached a verdict?
Our will
Ben
shall
thy
be done.
Delelu. Let me investigate. I am the Iron Hand of Justice. I can taste their fear. Ashvalano.
I grow anxious
Let me
to
investigate.
act.
Understood. I can taste their fear. I am the law. Ashvalano. I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Have you reached a verdict? Let the hunt begin. Ben thy Delelu. Ben thy Delelu. Justice shall be swift.
Your building is complete.
I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Have you reached a verdict? Let
Your
me
building is
investigate.
complete.
I can taste their fear. Ashvalano. Let the hunt begin. Justice shall be swift. Understood.
Our
Ashvalano.
warriors have
Understood.
engaged the enemy.
Let me investigate.
Our will shall be done.
Ben thy Delelu. I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Let the hunt begin. They shall not escape. Have you reached a verdict? Let me investigate. Justice shall be swift.
I will not be trifled.
Ashvalano.
I
Have you reached a verdict? Ben thy Delelu. I am the Iron Hand of Justice.
Our warriors have
Insufficient
engaged
gold.
the enemy.
Ashvalano. I am the Iron Hand of
will
Justice.
not be trifled.
Have you reached a verdict?
Our will shall
Ben
be
thy
done.
Delelu. Let me investigate.
Is it time?
Have you reached a verdict? Ben thy Delelu.
I will not be trifled. In a solid
I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Let me investigate. They shall not escape. Ashvalano. Have you reached a verdict? Ben thy
for the
Ashvalano.
Empress.
Upgrade
I am the
finished.
Iron
will
Hand
shall
of
be done.
Justice. I can taste their
Your
fear.
building is complete.
Let me investigate.
Research finished.
Have you reached a verdict? Ashvalano. Let the hunt begin.
Our time is short. Where shall I strike?
I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Ben Thy Delelun.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I will not be trifled with.
Let me investigate.
My strength is yours.
Let me investigate. I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Ashvalano. Justice shall be swift. Ben Thy Delelun.
Your building. Research.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Understood. Justice shall be served. I am the Iron Hand of Justice. Understood. I am the law.
Is it time?
Ben Thy Delelun.
Your building.
Obviously was super deserved, and what I did was not okay, and nothing in Zito will excuse my behavior. And I'm not trying to make like a PR statement. This is really my side of the story, or my explanation to make things clear, because I think some things got clipped a little out of context, and people think that I'm disconnected from this situation and I'm depressed or I'm having like anxiety or something. People think I need like help or whatever, which is a little inaccurate. So for those that don't know, I was playing after I had like a really bad stream after like a long day of work scrims.
Work.
And I threw 2 rounds of cloth with Bastion. I just played Bastion because someone in my game was just trying to trigger me on purpose, and I didn't react properly. I didn't react like I should have, and I didn't react like someone who represents like a company.
By the way, your English is so much clearer here. What happened to you?
Well, I'm talking to the people, like talking to the Normans, you know.
Insufficient.
Yeah, okay, I understand.
I'm talking to the peons. I gotta translate.
And honestly, the question is gonna be a little harder, partially because the size of the channel we have now, company that I'm representing, the status we have and whatnot. unfortunately, the US lost at Apex against last goal and clipping the me asking for an apology, which was obviously a joke that was probably the
Your
pace, a
building
joke
is
that
complete.
made a little too fast.
Well, I didn't.
Obviously, the timing wasn't right to make a joke like that. Everyone that knows me would know that it's the type of stuff that would stay on a daily.
I stand
True.
The ego that I have,
So you doubled down. You just said it was bad timing.
More lumber is
Yeah,
required.
yeah, but I mean,
More
it,
lumber.
I mean, it really wasn't. But I know that people aren't gonna watch the game and they only see the clip. So I mean, I had to say that, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
that mother sucker. If I were put in that shoes, I'd throw the game again. Like, listen. When it comes to ranked games again, Overwatch, if some buster did some dumb shit the game before, and you go to the next game, like you're throwing it. It is what it is. Like, everybody did it. And I threw that bitch ass's game. I had to. I had to.
Oh shit. I respect that. Okay, I will keep watching.
obviously, I was not going to come out the next day and have like a full-blown apology. Wanted. I knew I'd get into trouble for that as well. But, you know, sometimes I believe that it won't be that bad. And it actually ends up being that bad. Or worse. In that case, worse.
The time has come.
Your building
Yeah,
is complete.
so
Create
it's
more
pretty
moon.
obvious.
Create more moon.
I feel really bad.
Create more moon.
All the teammates that were in my game. The
You look like you're regretting it, to be honest.
against me.
Yeah.
And Rascal and whatever
Create
you
more
have to deal
moon.
with afterwards, which is all the people that like my channel that went out of their way of
Fate
Create more
bad
moon.
things to them
Create more moon.
because they recorded me. Is that okay? I mean, them going them.
Your building is complete.
must act.
Asshole was a bitch.
My blade thirsts.
People that don't know since the beginning, I've been playing for a long time. I've even known
Your
for
building is
I guess, but now I'm bigger. More like behind the scenes. It happened actually pretty often where I would play for like 16, 18 hours and I shoot back.
God's light, my
I would
Right.
just get upset about a game and then I would do some stupid stuff afterwards, such as Hard Blue. At some point, I was really upset at Hard Blue because he said something that was
Hard blue is like
Hard Blue's TF2 player
okay.
that ended up playing for pro teams and also streamed it. Nice guy.
Okay.
in
and I went
position.
to his Discord and I created like a big
Oh, one more pause.
they did the same thing to Boom.
Yeah.
A little bit of lore. He actually invented the most dog shit quote in the history of esports, but I actually really like it. And the quote goes like, "My team lost, I didn't lose. They lost." And I think that's fantastic. If you played well and your team lost, you know, in real sports they say, "We lose as a team, we win as a team." No, fuck that. This guy said, "No, they lost. They can do whatever."
Holy shit.
What a Chad.
That is crazy. Oh my god, that's actually low-key toxic.
God's light, my
Carefree
path.
and it just like it's not because I want to I'm a bad guy.
Your building is standing guard. In position. I am God's light, my path. Speak your mind.
It's just the way that I am. It's the way that I react to
Standing
stuff and
guard.
stuff.
Research
And
finished.
it's the way that I want to remain.
Our warriors have
I
engaged
just
the
believe it's
standing
okay with
guard.
most of it, except stuff that's almost out of line to just growing. It's not something that I've ever done in the past. I believe after playing maybe
Wrong.
thousands
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh no, I had thrown hundreds of games.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
That is
I am
crazy.
sworn to be avenged.
Bro, I can't believe you just like are like, okay, I'm gonna throw that on purpose.
Well, I mean, the problem with Overwatch, okay, is that it's very special. Sometimes, like, you would get games where doing the right thing to win is so simple. You swap a hero, and it doesn't even matter if you're good, you win it for free. And people don't want to do it, right? So in my opinion, they don't want to win the game. So then I would get into the next game, and then now I throw their game. Because for me, I saw it as the exact same thing. If you won't do the right thing, then I'm no obligation to do the right thing either. So I throw your shit.
No, I understand that. It's like, no, I know this type of players also from Face It. Like you solo queue and then someone makes a call like, okay guys, we go mid. And then no one goes mid with him and then he's like, okay, I'm gonna throw the game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Mute up and run it down.
Upgrade finished.
That's crazy.
Really felt like this actually
We can't build there. Goddess, like my past.
not okay at all.
I am sworn to
Same here.
Back to the
my
top.
weight is in.
Yeah.
After like long days, being strained from rank and from the pressure, I tend to just quickly just let go. And that's not good. I should have just turned off the computer and did something else.
My blade
Like going on a walk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to
Goddess,
take my
like
apologies
your
and
building is complete.
make me feel
Make it fast.
make it seem like it's okay. I mean, it's not.
command me.
And if I've lost like followers and
Damn.
whatever, from
Research
that
finished.
incident, it's just
In position.
the consequences.
Your building is complete. Research finished.
Make content?
Yeah.
Myself,
Blade there.
Wait, hold up, accept that.
stuff that is not okay.
Okay.
It's an ongoing process of me trying to cut that thing out. I think it's not something people look forward to on stream. Me being like
They loved it.
Ready to brew.
and saying ridiculous stuff.
They love it.
Your
Ridiculous
love.
is okay, but sometimes like not I don't like
Care
it.
for a
and
cocktail?
that's it.
I'll get that mixed up.
Goddess, like my path. Standing guard.
Yep.
My blade thirsts.
So
Wow.
what happened after this?
Our warriors
I mean,
have
nothing
engaged
really.
Wanna
I
blow
mean,
something up?
I got him banned after whatever it was, like 1 week or whatever, and then I got to play. I got to play on stage because I was backup anyway. Even though I was the better tank, they had me benched anyway. I didn't give a fuck at all. I'm gonna give it a fuck. I could not give. I did not give a fuck. Even in practice, I wasn't being given practice time, and I was taking notes, giving notes. I was the only guy doing it, and my efforts were going nowhere. So I started showing a late practice, getting fined $500 every time I did it. I did it every time. I don't give a fuck. And then I got.
Yeah, so it is more like that you saw that your teammates were also not respecting like you and like
Well, yeah.
PCB, you know, for you they were not professional, not putting that much effort. Then you were like, yeah, fuck it.
Well, it just felt like I wasn't competing. It just felt like competing was pointless. Like my whole journey over there, like was just worth nothing now, right? Like getting to the league was the final goal, right? And everybody's like dreams, or whatever. And I got there, and it was like I couldn't do anything, so I didn't value it at all. So whenever this stuff like this happened, yeah, it sucked, whatever, right? And yeah, I apologize because it was pretty bad, and maybe some people were hurt or whatever, right? And I did apologize for that. But at the same time, like if I had lost those opportunities, I really didn't give a fuck. Like if they don't see value in me, all good. I have value in myself, and I have value by my own stream. I don't need you dumb fucks. Like it's kind of how I see it. I saw it, right? So
No, I understand. I understand. I also think like especially in esports, like a lot of people are way too oversensitive anyway. Like you have to apologize for every shit. I mean,
definitely,
I don't know.
yeah.
Like obviously some bad things can slip out, and then you just like say, okay, sorry, I didn't mean it. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was probably also a bit overreacted. So one thing, someone sent me a video. I am not gonna watch it. I just like will share it because what is that? Wait.
Oh god.
Someone in chat sent me this, and I have no idea what this means. What is that? XQC's Winston VOD review on Watchpoint.
Is this?
Really good.
Like, I have no idea what this is.
Yo, I made this video when I was in the trenches, straight up. I mean,
What is it called?
this is
Why
before
do you
everything.
want-
This is what I was playing the game a lot, right? And I was just giving a tutorial video, man, on how to be good at it.
Okay, can I just like I just want to watch like
You
the
can
most
just
watched
play.
part.
Yeah, sure.
My name
sure.
is XQC.
Yo, I got to mute, okay?
What?
Nah, you're good. Just keep playing.
Okay, wait, I have to move my cam.
Who is that guy?
I play a lot of competitive games, so
You look so different with brown hair. Holy shit.
you might know me from solo queue as well. I've been asked to do Winston and Reinhardt guides from
Man.
a lot of people, and when I record myself speaking about X or Y subject during like a guide, it turns out to be just straight garbage. So today I just
Play
just
the
thought I
most
would do a
reviewed
review
part
of
because
one of the games.
I'm not gonna sit there and watch the whole thing. No shot. No way, no
Yeah,
how.
no,
Sure.
what is here?
This is just personal preference. I like starting up top. I don't know why. So I jump up top on the bridge. So there isn't really like a big reason I do that, except the fact that some teams and some players
Why
like
was
to
the
start up
camera better
top
back then?
and go for a drop
Bro,
down.
really?
I've seen it happen, and it's really frustrating when you get caught by that. So I try to go up top and communicate if there's a lot of people, and they're going for it. So I jump up there, I see Hanzo and a lot of people, and Anna. As soon as you see the Anna bomb, you just back up. You can't do anything. The healing
Yeah,
is
it's about
really
it.
intense.
That's a nice video.
With their high
It's nice, yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, yeah.
Wait, I
Insufficient
just want to see
gold.
this part.
right there, and I jump on top of it, and I try to do. I'll try to do some AoE damage, I believe. And this is gonna give me a lot of ult charges and a lot of damage. So I jump up there. There's 5 people or 4, I don't know. Okay. Here's one thing to notice. The game has been started for 18 seconds, and I have 44% on my ult. That means that I did a lot of damage, and now that I did that, look at how they're playing. They're playing back, and they're running. They're running because they're scared that they're gonna die. And the reason that they're put in this situation is that they overstayed on a place that they shouldn't have been in the first place.
Your building
And that is just
complete.
solo queue mentality and solo queue
Your building
plays.
is complete.
If you want to play this map on the fence,
No, this is torture.
Okay,
Yeah,
is that
this is torturous, low key.
Yeah, but also, if I ever want to start Overwatch, I will watch this guide.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. That's
Donna, I have a guide for you for CS.
Yeah.
I linked it.
What?
really.
Okay.
Show me.
If we're, I will play it.
In general?
XD. No, I'm.
Here it is. Here it is.
Okay.
You're watching it?
Yeah. Wait, so there.
One close. You hit him. Spam.
I got
I'll
that
get him.
cash.
Oh no. I think there's one in Z. Care. I'm sitting in the smoke.
I'm gonna molly
I
them.
miss cash.
I just got molly.
Yeah.
This also it happened to me as well. Don't worry.
I think they mollied me. Where does your molly hit?
I didn't throw it yet. Want me to throw it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm blind. They just fucking threw a fucking perfect flash at me.
I saw that. I remember this clip from
These
somewhere.
guys like know right where I'm at.
I remember that. He's like, this guy knows where I am. I can't.
That's huge.
That's hilarious.
Ah.
That's so old. Or was that some no, this is actually when cash was playable, right? Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm better than that though, Loki. This is not like this is not who I am. Yeah, like,
Really?
you guys feel that?
Your building is
What do you mean?
Like this is
controlling
not what
your team?
No. Like what the fuck? No, like playing the game. Like I'm not that bad.
No, I know. I
Okay,
watched
yeah.
when you played. I watched when you played the 2v2 against One.
Yeah. See?
Like you owned him. What the fuck? This was crazy. You know that he was practicing for days for this.
Really? It was fun though. I enjoyed it.
Oh,
It was,
no,
it
I
was-
don't think he did. Yeah, it was so fun. I watched it. It was like amazing. No, you were actually like really good. I think you were better than One Loki. Don't show him this, please.
No, no problem. It just yeah, I would have to put a lot of time in the game to get better. Like you know, like patterns and recoil and whatnot.
goddess.
This is a hard game. One of the hardest.
What's your premier rate? Do you play it?
Premiere, 17,000 I think.
That's not bad. Did you do it alone or with friends?
Half and half.
That's better than Arrow.
Really, Arrow? What rank are you, pal?
I'm 17K. It's true, I am. 16,968, so I'm 40 off.
He's higher than you are, Ro.
Yeah, Train is. Yeah, Train was like, what was it? Like
Train is. He was
Bro,
top
Train is
100 at a
20
point.
Train is 26,000 elo, but every time I play with him, he has 5 frags, so I don't know how he does that.
Well, one people, I mean, he's actually doing pretty good.
No, he's okay.
No, he's not bad. You just gotta give him the off and put him in a good position. You give him,
Yeah,
put
but
him,
off, he's good. He's good with off, yeah. Oh shit, he late hears that.
yeah, like when he's locked in, he's like a turret. Like he doesn't miss with the off. Literally a turret.
Yeah,
He's like play like balloons.
True.
Yeah, like this one clip where he's like with op and he gets like full flash and his eyes are just like still full focused, you know?
Yeah.
He's the
Oh yeah.
snake
Oh
in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
emblem.
Yeah. Yeah. When he locks in, he's locked. Like he's in the game.
He's also good in the chat. Like he trash talks.
Yeah.
He
Why
distracts
is
the
your
enemies.
chat spamming Coke Jaw? What do they mean with that?
Look.
I'm just doing.
Coke. I love Coke John. But you see the TikTok before?
Yeah, I know.
Ah, classic.
I was just waiting.
Standing guard. As the gods will make fast.
What Tim Pool is saying, he's saying her thesis is pure common sense and making something of nothing. Not respectfully, sir. Usually when you say something is pure common sense, you just don't understand what's being said. I could be wrong, and maybe I'm dramatically overrating her thesis, but I seriously doubt that her paper is just like, and in the book, the animals in that country, the main character says that the black person smells bad, and that's racist. My guess is the thesis is probably exploring the ways that language is used and can be traced to societal beliefs, or develop some framework to analyze how smells are described and how that can reflect. It's probably an analysis of different types of relational things relating to smell and literature and society culture. It's not just like, and in this book, here's the 42 instances of racism that happen in the book Sugar. That'd be my guess. Maybe it actually is a really shady thesis, but I'm not saying it's pure common sense. I'm saying that's Tim Pool's perception. It seemed like you were confused because he was agreeing with what she said. Well, his point is, no. Even if that's his point, I'm not sure if that's his main point, but that is part of one of the points, is that it's common sense, but he's not even understanding what's being spoken about. Like, it's just stupid.
Viewed over 24 million times. In fact, right now, 39.8 million times. Lord, help us. Guess why? Well, it's about her paper, entitled Olfactory Ethics, the Politics of Smell in Modern and Contemporary Prose. It focused on the use of scent in literature, and a large Twitter X community took umbrage with that. On the surface, there's nothing overly remarkable about our social media post. I think it is. I think it's her being like, I wrote garbled nonsense, and they gave me a doctorate, and now I'm a doctor. Dude, I'm sorry. If that qualifies this lady to be a doctor...
Like, what are you ass-pained about, bro? But you don't have the fucking title? Are you just mad about the title of PhD, or what? Like...
I got way more accolades that should make me a doctor. You know what? I'm...
He is.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
Okay. He's just jealous. He's jelly.
We must act. Command me.
a doctor now. I have hereby decreed. And you too at home. I hereby decree you all to be doctors. Are you a plumber? How long have you been a plumber? Can you unclog a toilet effectively? Well, I give you hereby award the Timcast Media Honorary Doctorate Plumber. What's the point? You know, I made this point a long time ago. A bunch of my friends did. Because we were joking about how you could go online and buy fake degrees. And no one ever checks. It's stupid. So what's the point of going to school if they're going to give anyone a degree for anything?
First of all, you don't get a degree for anything. Also, you can just get a fake degree because no one checks. Isn't she literally a professor at Columbia now? Or did I make that up? I thought I just read that somewhere. So my guess is they probably check.
Now, me personally, I have developed several technologies and methodologies in media. In fact, I and my cohorts were the first ever to use aerial drones for media broadcasting and news coverage. Fact. I and my cohorts were the first to do a live video broadcast via aerial drone. That's
Okay,
right.
so go write a paper about it. I mean, like, what? Did you document any part of this? Or did you write up anything about this to make the information more accessible to any other person? Did you detail or catalog any part of this process to contribute to the overall body of knowledge of broadcasting or drone usage or live stream or anything else? Or did you just do a thing, right? If you're not going to write about it, you're not going to have a paper about it, and you're not going to have a, like, what?
Right. For this, I was brought on by a university, and which was sponsored by a government agency, as well as a media corporation, to go down and select the first ever drone testing site. And I did. No one really showed up. It was me and like one guy from the AP, but that's all true. I'm not kidding about that stuff. So back in 2011 during Occupy Wall Street, some friends and I, we took an AR Parrot drone, which could broadcast video from the drone to your phone, and we simply hacked it to broadcast that signal right over the internet, and we used it during an Occupy Wall Street protest. It was very cool. I don't have a degree. I don't
even believe him. I bet he didn't do this. I just don't believe anything he says.
have a high school diploma. I don't have a doctorate. And you know what? No, normally I wouldn't say, I'd be like, I'm not going to humble brag, but I want to stress this. Having done that, who is more deserving of a doctorate? Me or this lady who says describing smells is racist? I guess sexist and classist.
The fact that you can't even describe, you hacked a AR Parrot to send something to the internet instead of to a phone. I don't even know what the fuck that means. What was it, communicating via Bluetooth before or whatever? And you like, did you add a whole separate, like, what would it be, like a Wi-Fi? So you'd have to do like a whole board modification or whatever. I don't even know what he's talking about. Does he have a video in depth describing what he did? I bet he didn't even do any of the tech work there. I want to hear it. I want to hear him describe that from start to finish. Somebody link a video.
And speciesist? Speciesist? You get the point. I'm not asking for a doctorate. I don't want one. I have given guest lectures to PhD courses, but it just goes to show you that academia is fake. Most of the inventions we see out there aren't coming from people who went to college and got doctorates or degrees. If you look at the average...
What do you mean? She's not going to be inventing things as an English literature major. That's not her job. We have different things that we do in society that have different values for different reasons.
Billionaire? College dropout billionaires tend to have substantially more money than college... than billionaires with doctorates or degrees.
What an unbelievably fucking weird what an insane cohort. One, I don't even know if that's true. Elon... Oh, wait, and he's saying PhD in particular. I don't even know how many billionaire type things he would even get a PhD for. But, like, Elon Musk has... Didn't he finish college? Did he have a degree in something? I'm making this up. 2 bachelors. He has 2 degrees. He's not even leaving any for the rest of us.
Ready to brew.
But he wants to very specifically focus on PhDs. I don't even know what the fuck the point is of this.
You look at Microsoft, you look at Apple. Bill Gates and Tim Apple, you know, I'm kidding, Steve Jobs, we get it. They dropped out. A lot of these people dropped out. School is a waste of your time. Unless you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, I get it. If you're...
Just to be clear, those people dropped out because school was holding them back. Not because they couldn't read or pass fucking remedial English, okay? Or Algebra 1, all right? So if you're some fucking knuckle-dragging retard who's getting a D- in his high school 6th grade English class, that... It's not boding too well for you, Chief.
If your goal is to actually work in real research, you probably still don't even need to go to a university, depending on what you're doing.
Where do you think the labs and the funding for these labs fucking comes from? Hold on, I could be wrong, I could be wrong, I could be wrong, I could be wrong, I'm sorry. I just have heard so much anecdotal stuff to the opposite of this, and maybe I'm missing a huge thing, but isn't like the #1 reason to go to school sometimes because I want to work in research and I want access to the school's labs? Isn't this where like the vast majority of funding for, I feel like I've heard multiple friends say this, like sometimes you might just go and work just because they have the best lab, or they have the most money or the funding for this lab, or you might like work with people from the school because they have this lab. Where are these huge labs, I'm pretty sure even private companies will go to like school labs and shit to test and like, what do you do? Where?
A doctor or a lawyer, I get it. If your goal is to actually work in real research, you probably still don't even need to go to a university, depending on what you're doing.
Like what research jobs and what labs are you working at? Like outside of university. Like name a couple. I'm curious. Let your audience know.
You may need basic training in handling chemicals and using facilities if you're going to do chemistry and other things like that at a private pharmaceutical or something. I get it. There is
basic. Dude, I'm sorry. It's just so retarded. This is like the ultimate Dunning-Kruger. I don't think I've ever heard anybody Dunning-Kruger harder in my entire fucking life before. Like, imagine walking into a lab and they're like, what do you want to do? And it's like, okay, so just finished Iron Man 2. Bigger elements. You just got to put another fucking neutron in there or whatever, right? Or another proton. I just want to make some of those. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, I'm just a random guy, no college degree, but I know how to handle the basic chemicals. Okay, I know a little bit of machine button pushing. So like, can I just like do this? Like that's all you need, right? You just need to know how to handle chemicals. Like I'm wearing the thick gloves. I wear 2 gloves for mercury nitrate or whatever killed that woman in that one doctor video. Okay, so I've got my lab training.
Using facilities if you're going to do chemistry and other things like that at a private pharmaceutical or something. I get it. There is a place for university, but it ain't this. And this is what
it ain't this. It's not for research labs. What? The only thing you learn in university, in AR labs, because where do you train, I guess, right? In your school lab,
Goddess, light my path.
is how to operate the Bunsen burner and basic chemistry. And then you go off to the big boy labs that are all in Facebook headquarters and Google headquarters.
people are making fun of. Now, a lot of them are getting their facts wrong. That's fine. Nobody should be threatening this lady, but she exemplifies the failures of modern academic institutions. Seize the endowments, shut them down. Intersectional oppression. Okay. Well, you do you. I always find it funny when we have conservative guests on the show, on Timcast IRL, and they're like, I'm sending my children to college. And I'm like, why? You and I complain all the time about this. But whatever, man. You do you. I'm going to wrap it up there. Smash that like button, share the show with everyone you know, become a member over at timcast.com to support our work. And you too, as a member of timcast.com.
Okay, so Destiny, you've actually admitted that literature and art are just a reflection of the time. So then why is research so important? Maybe funding should be primarily reserved for STEM, which is something that actually progresses over time. Because at the end of the day, you are a human being and you don't give a fuck about hard sciences because nobody gives a fuck. What you really care about at the end of the day is culture. The best thing that hard sciences do is give you access to more cultures, because these are the things that enrich and fulfill us as human beings. These are the things, you don't go through life remembering, oh my God, you're on your deathbed and your children are like, what were the happiest parts, Grandpa? I remember forever they said that we would never be able to make microprocessor architecture that was less than 20 nanometers. And when Intel came out with the first nanometer, 14 nanometer chip, and the electrons were just phasing through the fire. Like, nobody remembers that. You remember your favorite movies, your favorite songs and music. You remember going to dances in high school. You remember memes from the internet. Like, this is the quintessential human experience, okay? Technology and STEM and all that is amazing, but it's usually amazing ways it enriches your life and it allows you to explore more culture. Also, STEM already probably gets way more funding than the arts and the humanities and all that as well.
Have a degree, a PhD. If you sign up at
like motherfuckers will argue that STEM is the only thing that matters and we don't need to waste time on history, and then you'll go on arguing for 15 hours on fucking Twitter about how Germany should have won World War II. Or like, we don't need to waste time on anthropology and the humanities, and then you'll argue about why Rome really fell because of multiculturalism and immigration. Like, Jesus, like what the shit, you don't talk about hard science. Let me be clear. Let me dispel the illusion right now. If you're a person on here arguing that STEM is the only thing that matters, you don't know anything about STEM. You're probably not an engineer. If you are, you probably don't know any other fucking science outside of the very narrow button pushing that you do as a literal monkey for your job, okay? Most of you don't work in like the hardcore, like I need to know a fuck ton of science, and you're not debating or arguing about it or consuming that media when you go online. Everything that you consume is squarely within the arena of arts and humanities. You watch movies, okay? You listen to podcasts. You fucking play video games, right? You're not practicing your hard fucking science in 99% of your life. Sorry.
At a $10 level, you get an honorary bachelor's degree. Verbally given, there's no guarantees, and I only verbally bequeath all of our members as having degrees. And if you sign up for the $25 level, I verbally just state as here and right now, it's a master's. And if you give more than that, then you are hereby officially doctor. And Maybe we should give everybody in the Discord server titles. Because that's how stupid the system has gotten, isn't it? All right, everybody, I'll wrap it up there. Stick around. We got more segments coming up, and we'll see you all shortly.
Oh. Short Fat Otaku said.
Great. And Tim, you left school at 14?
Yeah.
And then just...
Yeah, I was at high school for like 2 months.
You're just like, I can't, I'm done.
Oh, it's the stupidest waste of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're not advocating not graduating high school, though.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
Huge waste of time. There's this weird conflating of a high school diploma with a path to success. It makes literally no sense. Taking someone who's 14 and saying, go into an institutionalized learning facility which will give you no real-world life skills for 4 years. Talk about wasting formative years. What I did, I was programming websites, I was doing Flash animation, I was making video games, I was playing music, I was traveling, I was skateboarding. Traveling around the area of the city, meeting people, and expanding my horizons, while my friends were locked in a box, learning for the 5th year. So, like, I can't even tell you they learned anything, because the reason why I was like, I'm done with this, I remember going to
programming websites at 14 years old in the year 2000. What websites were you building? Was he configuring his GeoCities account? Was he adding a little bit of HTML to his AOL Instant Messenger away message?
High school math class.
Which, excuse me, okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm being dismissive of this shit, but actually tweaking and messing around with like elementary stuff like that you're interested in at an early age is actually incredibly beneficial if you want to do these things later on in life, because it gives you familiarity with a lot of the underlying subject matter. It might lead to you doing reading or research, not like research at a school, but just like reading up guides on how to make more sophisticated stuff in the future. There's nothing wrong with that if you like to mess around with that, but
we'll call it. Teacher walks in, she goes, turn to page 17 and do those problems, and then walks out of the room, and then we're all sitting around like, what just happened? And that was every single math class was that. And I'm like, okay. And my favorite was sitting in a room in English class and having someone go, the teacher says, all right, everyone turn to page 47, and we're going to read the story from Mark Twain. And I'm sitting there, and then, Jeremy, can you read? The encyclopedia,
Today, Junior.
And so I'm just like, bro, I could read this whole thing in 10 seconds. What am I doing here? This is wasting my time. So I just stopped. I'm out.
Were you living with your parents at the time?
Yeah, so with my mom, my parents were split up.
I thought don't you legally have to attend school until you're 16 in the U.S.? Maybe it was different in some states, or...
And then actually what happened was I'm 14, and they did this weird thing where they changed our schedule from, in grade school, it was 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Then they decided for freshman year at the local high school, we're going to do 10:45 a.m. to like 5:30 p.m. And a lot of parents were upset. They were like, this means that in winter, 14-year-old kids are going to be leaving high school in the dark. Like, that's crazy. And so it was like a kind of a cultural shock for me at 14, because you'd get out of school at 2:30, you'd go to the park. You'd hang out with your friends, you'd come home, it's 2:30 of the whole day ahead of you, school got out, woo. Now it's like I wake up at 6 in the morning, because that's what the schedule always had been my entire life. But now I'm sitting in my living room with my hands on my knees like, daytime TV, People's Court is on, what am I supposed to do with this? Get to school at 10:45, get out at 6, and it's time for dinner, time for bed. And so it was ridiculously stressful. And then after 2 months of insane nonsense, not learning a damn thing, I'm 14, I'm halfway to school, and I just sit down in the grass, I started crying, and then I got up and turned around, went home, called my mom and said I'm not going to school anymore.
What'd she say?
I can't really remember, I think she said okay.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Your mom was just
She's
cool with you
freaking
dropping out of
supportive
high
as hell.
school in ninth grade?
I went from being a straight A student to a straight F student from grade school to high school, and so my parents were already like, something's not happening
What
here.
changed during that time? Like, did you have a life-changing event, a bad breakup? Were you smoking weed? Were you hanging out with some crowd? Were you reading a new book? Were you into something or no?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. In my life, I've smoked weed a handful of times. It just doesn't do anything for me. Wasn't hanging out with a bad crowd. Playing music. But I think the big issue was, since I was a little kid, my family's had computers. I built my first computer when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. It sounds impressive to the average person, but it's like I went to a thrift store, bought 5 pieces and stuck them together like Legos. It's not the craziest thing in the world. Installed Windows on it. So my family's got CompuServe.
I might be mega retarded. 386. What could you? Could you even buy computer parts when he was 7 years old? I'm trying to think when I put, like, in the days of like before the Celeron. Could you even buy, like, maybe you could, in the year. It would have been in the year 1992. I'm trying to think of what would the slot have been? Would it have been AGP? I don't even know. You said grade 7, not 7 years old. Oh, my bad. Okay, maybe, yeah. I don't know.
We've got AOL. I'm online. I'm reading about the president. I'm reading about the world.
This is Clinton at this point, or Bush?
This was, I think this was Bush. Yeah, this is shortly after 9/11, I think.
How many? Damn. I wonder how much would that have even cost back then? I remember the very first computer part I ever bought. It was $80. I remember this. It was in a